Hi everyone, in previous video we have discussed about the structural adaptations and functions of vascular tissues, that is xylem vessels and phloem vessels. In this video we will understand the position or the location of this xylem and phloem vessels in cross section of roots, stems and leaves of dicot plants. Okay, so first understand the meaning of term vascular bundles. Vascular bundles is nothing but it actually forms a part of transport system of the plant. Okay, and these vascular bundles are actually the arrangement of vascular tissues, that is xylem and phloem, in a particular manner. So this vascular bundle is made up of two specialized tissues, xylem and phloem, and the function of this vascular bundle is to transport water, minerals and nutrients to different parts of the plant. Next is position of xylem and phloem in dicot root. Okay, so first we will learn the position of xylem and phloem in dicot root. Okay, so if you look here in the first diagram, look carefully, the center one. Okay, these center cells are present in the shape of cross, or you can say in the shape of plus. Okay, the blue cells are xylem. Okay, and these yellow cells or tissues are phloem. Okay. Similarly, in the next diagram, you can see here in center, these red cells are present in the form of cross or in the form of plus. Okay, so these red cells are actually of xylem, and in the corner, four corners, these yellow cells. Okay, these small yellow cells are actually of phloem tissue. Okay, so xylem and phloem. Okay. This image is again of dicot root, and I'm showing this type of image because it's very important in terms of your IGCSE paper, because in IGCSE paper you generally get this black and white image made up of cells. Okay, so if you look here in the center, this plus like structure, okay, here this plus like structure or the cross arrangement of cells is actually of xylem. Okay, and these cells present in the corner here, these cells present in the corner is of phloem. Okay, so xylem and phloem. Now I have shown you three different types of image because what happens is in exam the paper which they give you generally in paper 2 MCQ papers, MCQ questions, objective questions, they might give you this type of cross section. So you should understand that the center one, inside you have xylem and outside the cells present is of phloem. Okay. Next is the position of xylem and phloem in dicot stem. Okay. If you look here in the first diagram, this red cells, okay, these red cells, the cells or the tissues which are actually present inside, okay, towards the inner side of the stem, okay, that is xylem, and these outer cells are of phloem. Okay, in the second diagram again you see these cells which are present towards the inside towards the center of the stem. Okay, the cells or the tissues which are present towards the center of the stem is actually your xylem, and these cells, okay, which is present just above xylem, these tissues are phloem. Okay, and one extra information, these purple tissues, okay, are actually a type of tissue which is called sclerenchyma. Okay, sclerenchyma. So this type of tissue actually is a dead tissue, and it is present along with a vascular bundle to provide support to the vascular bundle or to provide support to the phloem vessels. Okay, so this is just an extra information. The next one, this is dicot stem, the cross section of dicot stem. This is important because sometimes they ask in the exam about this. Okay, if we look here, so this completely this one is actually your vascular bundle. So in this vascular bundle, the cells which are present inside, okay, towards the center of the stem. These cells are your xylem, okay. Just above xylem, you have these small thin-walled cells, okay. These thin-walled cells are phloem, okay. And above these cells are actually your phloem fibers. These phloem fibers are can also be called sclerides, and this phloem fiber or scleride is a type of sclerenchyma tissue. Okay, this is a type of sclerenchyma tissue. Okay, so remember in exams, actually, sometimes they give you the cross section of entire leaf. Okay, they'll give you the cross section of leaf or stem, and they will ask you to identify the xylem and phloem tissues. Okay, so here remember this xylem is actually large tissue or large cell compared to the phloem cells. If you look here, xylem vessels are actually larger compared to the phloem, plus this xylem vessels are thick walled. You can see here, isn't it? This xylem vessel is actually thick walled. Okay, so this xylem vessel is thick walled due to the deposition of lignin. Okay, so this is one of the very important very important way of identifying xylem and phloem. Xylem is thick walled due to the deposition of lignin, and phloem is thin walled. Okay, so with the help of this one particular hint, we can easily identify xylem and phloem. Next is position of xylem and phloem in dicot leaf. So if you look here at the cross section of leaf carefully, this is your xylem because xylem is thick walled. Okay, this is how the xylem vessels are arranged. Okay, and here you have phloem. This is phloem tissues. Okay, phloem cells are smaller and thin walled. Okay, so xylem and phloem, and this xylem is actually located towards the inside of the cell, and these are located towards the outside of the cell. Phloem vessels are located towards the outside of the cell. This is the cross section of leaf, okay, dicot leaf. This is very important as per exam point of view. Okay, here you can see these cells, okay, these cells which are larger, okay, these cells are larger, plus these cells are actually thick walled. You can easily notice here, okay, this one, the cells are actually large in size, plus these cells are thick walled. Okay, so these are your xylem vessels. The cells which are larger in size plus thick walled, these are your xylem vessels. And other cells, this one, okay, these are actually your cells, these are the cells which are actually smaller in size. Okay, these are smaller in size plus thin walled. Okay, so these are your phloem vessels, okay, or phloem tissue. Okay, so we are done with this particular video. In this, we have actually learned about the location or the position of xylem and phloem vessels in dicot root, stem and leaf. One very important point which you should note here is in all the three cases, that is root, stem and leaf, xylem is always present inside. Okay, xylem is always present inside and phloem is always present outside. Okay, so remember this is actually a very important exam tip. In exam, they will just give you the cross section of either dicot root, stem or leaf, and you're supposed to identify which one is xylem and which one is phloem. So xylem is present inside and phloem is present outside, as it's visible here. Okay, this is xylem present inside and phloem is present outside. Similarly, in stem, here xylem is present inside, okay, and phloem is present outside. Same way in case of roots, xylem is thick walled and this is leaf. Xylem is thick walled and phloem is thin walled, present towards outside of the leaf, and this is towards inside of the leaf. Okay, so take care and bye bye.